Yo guys, how's it going? And well, thanks. Okay, so let's just get on with it. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, so Parasite Eve II. Essentially, it's Resident Evil and Final Fantasy combined. So it's a survival horror RPG made by Square, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna quickly go on the options and change these two. It basically means that I can just run without holding a button, like you do in Resident Evil. So the story is it's set after the first game, around 3 years after, and you play as someone called Aya, and she's an FBI agent in this new organization called Mist, which basically take care of incidences with like NMCs, which are these like basically it's like a virus that infects animals and people, and turns them into like monsters and mutates them and stuff. So we've just been called out to a incident that's happened at Acropolis Tower. So also, if you haven't noticed already, I'm playing the Japanese version with no extra time save whatsoever, just because it's Japanese. So this is essentially like Resident Evil, so it's just tank controls, and but it's got RPG elements, so like MP and abilities, which is called Parasite Energy in this game. Similar to the first game, but the first game is more of an RPG than a survival horror. Now he's gonna talk to this police officer. So we start off the game with one Parasite Energy ability, which is Pyro, which is very useful. We'll use it quite a bit throughout the run. This run's actually quite optimized when it comes to like MP and bounty points, which is basically the currency in the game. You get bounty points from killing enemies. It's kind of like an RPG. If you like leave the battle without killing after the killing before you finish killing all the enemies, you don't get any BP. Most battles we will try and skip if we can.
May I interject with a quick donation?
Sure.
All right. We have $25 from Planks saying, "You guys are the best. See you tomorrow." Thanks for stopping by, Planks, and thank you for all of your help.
Okay, so this is the first enemy encounter. This enemy is called a stranger. They kind of look like little dinosaurs, kind of weird things. Basically like a mutated human. Alright, so this first encounter is a bit of RNG, so I'm going to shoot 3 pyro shots. I'm going to shoot the first 2 straight away. And then wait a bit. Right, that's good. So sometimes that last shot doesn't do as much damage as it just did then. The RNG in this game mostly is damage. It's just all over the place, just totally random. I mean, it's always around a certain number depending on the weapon you're using, but it's totally random. So that was pretty good. Otherwise, we'd have to use the handgun to finish him off. And we don't want to use all the handgun bullets. You can pick handgun bullets up in crates. There's actually unlimited, but it wastes time, so. And what I did there is I mashed X and circle just to skip text really quick. The text is like really fast in this game. Yeah, but the way you save in this game, you go to phone boxes. You basically just use a phone to save the game. I'm gonna pick up an item right here. This is MP boost, which this is kind of like a safe strat. So waste time doing this, but it's much safer for the boss fight coming up. And we actually didn't get poisoned. Wow. Normally you get poisoned by those rats there. And we're going to use the key here to open this door. You can get another key to get a grenade pistol, but it wastes too much time, it's not really useful. We're going to buy a grenade pistol later on anyway. And plus, all the weapons we get in this first part get taken off us, so we only get to keep any items. I'm going to take this line to avoid a fight. So like I said, want to be trying to avoid as much encounters as possible. Every time you enter an encounter, that happens, where it like heartbeat like goes black and white. So of course we want to try and avoid that.
We have quite a few donations here.
Oh,
do you want
ahead.
to? Yep. Okay, so we have $25 from Anonymous saying, "Hey, MrSilentVid, have a great run." Another $25 from Retro Gaming 91 saying, "Go with the run, Silent, kick ass, and take names." Finally, we have a $50 donation from Rodas13 saying, "MrSilentVid!" Donation going to Commentator's Choice. And I will put this donation towards showcasing the training failure for Monster Rancher 2. It's a lovely goal, and I believe it should get met. With that, we have reached $700! Thank you all very much for donating. We're well on our way on setting a new donation PB, so keep them donations coming.
Thanks for those donations. Okay, so we're coming up to the first boss fight. So, like I said earlier, I picked up the MP boost, which is a safe strat. This fight, it's 50-50 without the safe strat, but with the safe strat we should be okay. I have made loads of safes, safety saves just in case anything goes bad. So we're gonna equip the MP boost, and let's go. So I have to trigger this camera angle and then run back to trigger the boss fight. I missed that shot. What I was trying to do there is if you pyro on his shoulder, it actually does more damage. It's quite hard to do, but it does do more damage, so I'm going to try and avoid these shots. Nice. So that was 180 damage, so we want to try and get this one as well. This one's a lot more tricky because he tends to stop right before the wire. Oh, nope, we didn't get that one. Oh, that was weird. Right, he's gonna run at us, so I'm gonna shoot this. Shoot this. Use the MP boost. Shoot some more. If I can, I want to save the MP, the pyro shots for safety. This will be a little more sketchy because I missed that other wire. He's gonna jump. That's fine. Right, we're getting some criticals. That's good. Right, and that is number 9. That wasn't too bad, considering I missed a wire. So that's number 9. Number 9 is basically an AMNC, which is like a manufactured humanoid. And his plan is to get rid of the humans as the dominant race on Earth and replace them with MNCs, which are the enemies we see throughout the game. He's kind of crazy. Alright, so I'm gonna pick up 2 recovery 2s and the grenade rounds. That's pretty much for safety. I mean, you need the grenade rounds, but the recovery 2 is for safety. By the end of the game, we should end up with lots of recoveries, which is just your basic healing items.
I don't know if it's your charm, but we have some more donations coming in.
Go ahead.
Yes, all right. So we have $25 from Verluris saying, Darkest Dungeon tutorial percent was great. Being shown how to speedrun on stream seems both exciting and terrifying. Looking forward to the rest of the marathon. Thank you very much. And we also have, I think you're going to like this, $20 from Spectral Joker saying, Sorry I couldn't be there, man, to commentate your run, to meme on you, and remind everyone you are the sole runner of Dino Crisis 3. Good luck, my dude. You've got this. Thank you all for your donations.
Thanks for that. Okay, so now we're in Dryfield. Basically, we got a call to come to Dryfield because there's been some incidences with NMCs. So we've come to investigate. Right now we've got a little puzzle. We're basically trying to move the car to get to the other side. A very silly puzzle. Even though she could just climb over the car, you know, but typical survival horror stuff. That's that. So yeah, I need to keep an eye on MP, because like I said, MP management is quite important. And also ammo. And in here we're going to meet Mr. Douglas, which I like to call Mr. D, or Lord of D. Some people might understand that reference, but yeah, so Lord of D. We just met Lord of D. He's basically the owner of Dryfield. Dryfield is basically just a big motel in the middle of the desert. And he gives us a key to a room so we can stay. So we're going to go to that room. Now, you can take a shortcut and go straight through. But if you do that, you spawn some scorpions. So there are some specific lines to take. And that is a chaser, which is like a camel horse mutated thing. They're very annoying and strange. This game has lots of strange enemies. Let's skip this. Right, so we're not staying in the motel room, we're just using it as a shortcut to get to the other side. And we're going to try to climb this water tower, but we've got a lot of chasers to deal with. So what I'm going to try to do here, I'm going to try and aim on this second chaser and get both of them with one pyro shot. And nice, that was good. Alright, so now this is kind of tricky. I'm going to try and dodge these. So I'm going to turn just before the camera. And again with this one's much harder. There we go. It's actually a lot trickier than it looks. So what I'm trying to do is I'm shooting the chasers when they come in, and then when there's two of them together, pyro. Get this guy. And that is that. That was actually pretty good. That can go really bad. Especially if you had to use 3 pyros earlier. So we're going to unlock the door. Also, we met someone called Kyle. I just skipped the cutscene. And also, this is a really dehydrated dead guy. And we're just gonna get the key from him. Yeah, we just met someone called Kyle. He's just an investigator who's come to Dryfield, and that's about it. You'll find out more later. Skip these scorpions. So like I said, most fights we're going to skip, but we will need to kill some enemies to get enough BP points to buy some weapons. Also, we just got a Coca-Cola magnet, which is cool. There's lots of Coca-Cola related stuff in the game. Right. So I actually took like a longer line there. But the reason why is because if you take a shorter line, some scorpions spawn, so. And this is also tricky. I want to try and do more than 70 damage. Nice. That's good. There's a bit of RNG. So if you do 70 damage there, which sometimes happens, the chaser will not fall down and he'll knock into you, knock you down. And it actually screws things up quite bad. So right now we're just gonna go to Mr. Douglas. Go and have a little chat with Mr. D. That will be the theme with Dryfield, just running around to Mr. Douglas asking for things. Also, we're gonna race a dog here called Flint. It actually does matter if you win, because if you don't win the race, you get a cutscene. So we just talked to Mr. Douglas. In the cutscene I skipped, we heard a scream coming from the other side of the Dryfield, and Mr. Douglas basically says we need to go through the well in order to get to that part of Dryfield. So we're gonna pick up this rope. Pet the dog. Okay, so this can be kind of annoying. To wait until they come down a bit. Okay, that was really good. Getting 2 in 1 is really good. So. Like, if you mess it up, you have to use handgun rounds, and then obviously it takes longer. Plus, we kind of want to keep the handgun rounds for later. Okay, so now we're going into a well. We're going to leave Flint behind, so sorry guys. Okay, so this enemy here is kind of annoying. He tends to go invisible and does quite a bit of damage. You can dodge this guy, but it's really tricky, and most of the time waste time, so we're just gonna get hit. Just gonna take the hits a lot quicker. Right, so now we're in the shop. I'm introduced to these enemies, which are essentially those flying things from earlier, without wings. So I'm not doing too bad on MP. So we just check that once. Basically, we can hear the screams coming from behind it. We can't move it because it's bolted to the wall, so we just check it once, and we need to go back to Mr. Douglas, ask for a wrench, and then come back. So yeah. It's kind of stupid that you have to ask for permission to get a wrench, but you know, whatever. Also, that was really good RNG. sometimes you'll trigger that encounter, sometimes you won't. It's a bit random. And some chasers are just asleep. So yeah, like I said, I'm in the Japanese version. No time save at all. But like, there is another runner called Super Gamer, which actually routed the game with Wolf DNC, I believe. And he runs the Japanese version as well. And he's done a guide on all the solutions in Japanese, so shout outs to him. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to run this game. Okay, so we're gonna ask if we can borrow a wrench. And then we're gonna head back. So yeah, that's Dryfield just running around. At least for a little bit. The dog is fine. Yeah, Flint's alright. Okay, so we'll go grab the wrench. So yeah, this is a 2-disc game. I've actually got the discs laid out, ready to swap. Because this game uses RTA, so... Because there's no like in-game timer displayed on the results screen, so it uses RTA. Also, I tried running this on PS1 and it is slowing, which doesn't really make sense. This game doesn't use the fastest speed, so... But yeah, PS1 is much slower. Alright, so we're coming to a boss fight in a minute. And it's number 9 again, so... this one... I'd say this one's harder than Acropolis number 9. You have to be very precise with your pyro shots. Basically, we want to be hitting him on in his back with the pyro shot because it does the most amount of damage. If we hit him on like the shoulder or the front, it doesn't do as much. Alright, so I'm gonna get Necrosis and Energy Shot. And then I'm going to equip MP Boost and use the wrench. I'll explain Necrosis in a minute. We won't use it for a little bit. Not until after this fight anyway. Just faster to do everything in one screen, so... Alright, so this is number 9 again. Let's shoot him in the back. You can do it 3 times, but you have to time it right. So I just do the 2-shot. And this attack's really bad. Use MP Boost. And that is number 9. So yeah, it doesn't look that hard, but it is tricky. He turns around really fast. You have to time it right. If you miss any of those power shots, you'll have to use a handgun, which wastes a lot of time, so that was a pretty good fight. And now we're with Kyle again. He's actually going to stick with us for a little bit. And he does have HP, so he can die. But that won't happen, so we're all good.
Time for a quick donation?
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic. I just have it right here. We have $5 from Anonymous saying, "Here's a $5 to name the monster Alkeus, one of the coolest people in the Monster Rancher community. My behind is tired." It says something else at the end there, but I'm self-censoring. But anyway, thank you for the donation nonetheless.
Okay, so I'm hoping Kyle actually shoots. Again, it's RNG if he's actually going to shoot or not. What I'm trying to do is get 2 of them together and pyro shot. Alright, that wasn't too bad actually. Kyle actually did some shooting. Most of the time he just stands there, runs around in circles. Also, when you complete a battle, you also get drops, so there is certain drops that we definitely need. Some you can skip. Most of the time it's just recoveries or just ammo. Right, here I'm going to use Necrosis. And again. Right, that wasn't too bad. So yeah, Necrosis takes a while to cast, but we have to kill those bats there to get enough bounty points to get the grenade pistol later. Plus it's quicker. Well, it's not quicker, but we take less damage. But yeah, Necrosis is basically a poison attack. So it just poisons enemies. Doesn't do much damage, but yeah, they get poisoned, so it's good. It's useful for boss fights later on. And dodge this guy. Yeah, these enemies are really annoying. So we'll just dodge them. So yeah, now we're asking Mr. Douglas for a car. Literally asked him for so much. So yeah, asking for a car. And he's just like, yeah, whatever, take it. So now he's given us a key so we can get some fuel. He's basically said, yeah, you can have the car, but you need to get some fuel, so we're basically doing that. So I need to backtrack a little bit. Luckily, Dryfield's not that big, so...
While you're backtracking, may I interject with a few donation incentives?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Well, we are currently 15 bucks away from $800. Coincidentally, we're also 15 bucks away from fulfilling the Showcase Training Failure incentive for Jack of Hearts. So... maybe that's a very easy donation to get in there and snipe both of these at the same time. You're also getting in with a chance, or getting close to a chance, of entering the draw for a GT Omega Elite Series gaming chair. $15 for reaching 800 bucks, and the donation incentive, plus 10 more, will get you in the draw today. If you raise another $25 tomorrow, you will also be in the draw for a Pro Series chair. So, why not donate?
Okay, so just open the cash register to get another key. Typical survival horror. Basically just getting lots of keys to open this door. Okay, so in here is a gas can, but it's empty, so we need to go and get some fuel for it. This dodge right here is pretty much RNG. It's like 50-50. So let's see if we get it. Nope. It's kind of weird because like it doesn't look like it's connecting, but it does. It's weird. So dodge this guy. You basically just go around the back of them and they can't hit you. Okay, so now we're gonna fill the gas can up. This bit's pretty annoying. So I want to try and align these enemies up together so I can power them both. They both take damage. It's really tricky, but we're gonna try it. If not, I'll have to use the handgun. Oh, he jumped back. And I used energy shot by accident? Yeah. And I used energy shot by accident again? Yeah. Okay, that actually wasn't too bad. even though I used energy shot twice. Gonna heal. So yeah, I wasn't supposed to use energy shot there. In fact, energy shot, might as well explain it. Energy shot basically just increases your weapon damage. So it is very useful later on for boss fights, and you can stack it up twice. So yeah, energy shot's actually the most useful parasite energy in the game. In fact, it's the only one we upgrade 3 times. You can upgrade abilities as well. Okay, so we got the gas can, we're gonna give it to Mr. D. And then we're gonna purchase some stuff. If he lets me. So we're gonna buy the grenade pistol and 4 lots of grenade rounds. We need just that right amount of grenade rounds. So that's why it's important to kill certain enemies to get enough bounty points. But the grenade pistol is pretty useful weapon. I'm gonna be using it throughout most of Disc 1 and Disc 2. Okay, so I'm just going back to the motel now. He's basically said, go to sleep, I'll sort the car out. But we've got a boss fight coming up, but before that, let's quickly equip the grenade pistol. And there we are. So, this boss fight is called Burner. He's just like a big blob with a flamethrower in his mouth. Most of the time this fight's pretty consistent, but it all depends what he does right now. Right, that's good. So we can use energy shot, and then necrosis. That's alright. He will hit us a few times, but the necrosis damages him before he hits us with the flame attack. So that's why necrosis is really important. Sometimes he'll do a little bit of flame like that, and he kind of gets in the pattern of doing it. It's really annoying, but that's just RNG. I do need to watch my health though. Right, I'm not sure if I took that damage then, because I got hit as soon as the cutscene started. But this is phase 2. I might need to heal. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna use necrosis again. You can time it so when you shoot the grenade, it stuns him before he attacks, but it's a lot slower. And that is Burner. So yeah, not like there is a better strat for that, but it's so much riskier. But the idea is we turn around the corner so he can't hit us with his hand, because otherwise he'd just smack us all along the platform. So that's why we go around the corner. We use energy shots so the grenade pistol does more damage, and necrosis just helps out with stunning him so he doesn't hit us. But yeah, pretty consistent fight. So that's Burner. So we're pretty much done with Dryfield. We're just gonna talk to Mr. D. And as you can see, Flint's okay, guys. So the dog's fine. You can actually, if you take too long with the burner fight, I believe it's if you take too long or you take too much damage, the dog does pass away, which kind of sucks. But since we're speedrunning, we did it fast, so we're all good. Alright, so this dodge here, we're just gonna move back, and that's that. Easy dodge. All you have to do, as soon as you start the encounter, just move back. 100% consistent. So yeah, now we're just heading back to the car, but we can't go the quick way because the rubble's kind of blocked it off. So we have to go through the well. Okay, I'm coming up to disc 2. So let's swap discs in a second. Now the beginning of disc 2 is very risky, so you can get insta-killed really easily. So if it happens, I have got a safety save. So we'll be okay, but let's just hope it doesn't happen. Alright, so disc 2. So yeah, this first part, we get some awesome music, but there's so many chases, and there's a very high chance we'll get insta-killed. So let's see what happens. Right, so that's the first one. I'm going to talk to Kyle. Now we've got loads more. Okay. Ooh, that was a quick one. Sometimes they take a little longer to react. What I'm doing is I'm just shooting them once so they like quickly react to me rather than just like wandering around for a bit. Right. I've got no more ammo, which happens. That's why it's important. But it's okay. And that's the last one. Oh, we actually did it. Okay, that's good. We didn't get killed. I've died so many times on that part in a good pace run, so I've been scarred for life. But anyway, that's over, so that's good. But yeah, as you can see, I did run out of ammo mid-fight, which is fine. I mean, it was only to make them react quicker, so it was a bit faster, but it's not too biggie. I will pick up some more handgun ammo in a second, just for safety, during the next boss fight, which is coming up very shortly, with Blizzard Chaser, which has lots of RNG. Yeah, there's lots of RNG in this game. I mean, it is kind of an RPG as well, so... Okay, so what I did there is I just checked that there's a big hole in this bridge, which means I can pick up this big wooden plank, so we can cross. I'm just glad we made the cliff section. Like the start of this too. One of my least favorite parts. Like it looks easy, but yeah, it can happen. You just die. So we're gonna get this massive wooden plank that fits in our pocket somehow. And then we'll be on to the next boss fight. So yeah, this next boss fight. You can lose so much time to this boss fight. I'm and we don't use the pistol at all, but I'm gonna bring it in for safety. Because if I run out of grenade rounds and MP, I will have to resort to using the handgun. So right now, I'm just gonna quick bit of item management. So I'm gonna upgrade energy shot, and I'm going to equip the grenade launcher with air burst rounds, and put the grenade rounds in, put a recovery in there, and the handgun. Oops, I tried to discard it. And that is it. But I might heal. I've got a bit of time, so. But yeah, I need to upgrade energy shot because we're going to use it in a second. The reason I equipped the air burst rounds is because this fight, there's a few barrels placed around, and if you shoot the barrels with air burst rounds, it does more damage. So. But usually the air burst rounds do very little damage normally. So we'll quickly just swap these plugs around to unlock the door. I'm gonna pick up some handgun ammo, like I said, for safety. I'm actually gonna make sure I've got the ammo equipped. Yes, I'm gonna use a recovery. And we should be fine. So, boss fight time. So this is Blizzard Chaser. It's basically just a big chaser. So, very annoying. So much RNG right now. Is he gonna jump? Yep. Oh, 400, no way. Damn. Okay. So he's gonna run around. It's very hard to see as well. Right, that's the first phase. So it's RNG if you do 400 damage or 500 or more. You want to do 500 because that will kill him, at least for the first phase. But unluckily I got 400, so I had to try and do a few pyro shots. Okay, I'm going to use energy shot here, then aim at this barrel, and he comes and grabs me. Oh, we actually did get him. Wow. I'm going to use necrosis while he's down. You think he's going to jump? Yeah. Kind of wanting to get to this barrel. He's going to jump again. And I'm going to try and get him while he's down. Oh, he's run off. And I need to reload. So now I just need to try and shoot him. Right, that was good. So necrosis actually stunned him from getting back up again. He's gonna run off. Right, I think one more shot should do it. Yep, that was a really good fight actually. So yeah, the idea is just to shoot the barrels with the air burst rounds. Did I actually unlock that? Yeah. Because it does more damage. And then switch to the regular rounds and shoot him. But yeah, the necrosis really helps. Because not only does it do damage because he's poisoned, but if it does damage when he's trying to get up, it puts him back down again, so it helps a lot. And we didn't have to use a handgun either, which is good. Anyway, switch the plugs around. So we picked up a plug when we defeated Blizzard Chaser, so put him in both of those. Now we can unlock both doors. Before we only unlock the first gate. This unlocks both of them, so we can get through. Also, we got a weapon from Blizzard Chaser. It's a custom handgun. It's actually Kyle's handgun, and Aya believes that Kyle's dead because we find the handgun in his body. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, the handgun's gonna be useful later. It's pretty good. It's only like a single shot handgun, but it's much better than the M93. And that dodge is kind of weird. As you saw, I kind of like just did a weird line. But that's how you dodge that guy. And now we're in the shelter, which is kind of like the final area of the game. It's quite large, but it's kind of like a laboratory where they make these creatures. Alright, so probably gonna get hit here. It's pretty much RNG. Yeah. Yes, there's also like self-defense systems, like these security guns that shoot us, because we're not supposed to be here. And then lots of enemies that we're skipping right now. Alright, so I'm gonna turn left and then run over this guy. For some reason, he doesn't attack me. You can destroy those cameras, but we don't need to. Alright, this enemy here can grab me. Okay, he's not. Skip past this guy. So yeah, we upgraded Energy Shot at the Blizzard Chaser boss fight. It's pretty much needed. That you can do it without upgrading, but it just helps a lot. But that's why it's so important to get enough bounty points and experience from fights. So right now we're just trekking down, navigating our way through, whilst dodging lasers, and machine guns, and he just got hit.
May I take a minute to talk about our charity?
Yeah.
Alright, here at UKSG, we are raising money to support young minds. A charity leading the fight for a future where all young minds are supported and empowered, whatever the challenge is. Your donations help them to make sure young people get the best possible mental health support and have the resilience to overcome life's difficulties. Thank you all for donating for such an incredible cause, and let's get that $1,000 going. Come on, we can do this.
Alright, I'm gonna try and take this line. Right, there we go. It looks like I didn't dodge anything, but there's actually an enemy in that corner. You need to hug that wall. Okay, so I'm gonna try and go through here, skip that cutscene. Basically, we get infected. This like creature comes down. That used to be a scientist, but can still speak. He's like not fully transformed. Yeah, we get infected, so we can't go through that way because it won't let us, the door, so we have to find another way around. I can't remember what the guy's name is that gets infected, but you can kill him later on and get a key card. We won't do it, but it just gives you, I believe it gives you a lot of bounty points. But yeah, the weapons and the abilities we're using are pretty optimized, so we don't need to really get any extra bounty points or crazy custom weapons you can find in the game. Alright, so I'm going to pick up these grenade rounds. Make sure they're actually equipped. Right. Okay, now we've got another boss fight. There's quite a few boss fights in this game. So we just triggered the sensor because we've been infected. We're going to go through this escape hatch into a big dumpster where we've got a boss fight, Glutton. Another big blob. So this guy can insta-kill you, so let's hope that doesn't happen. I'm gonna use Energy Shot here. I use a pyro. So yeah, if he sucks you in, it's instant death. Right. Now he's gonna try and fire missiles. Or whatever it's supposed to be, I don't know. Use energy shot again. And reload. Right. If I time this right, this should be a 1 cycle. Right, that was a 1 cycle. So yeah, I was kind of using that line on the floor to as like a marker from where to run to use energy shot. And this is the second phase. He isn't actually dead yet, so. So we can use energy shot. As you can see, it's very important. Right, so I'm gonna run into this corner. I'm waiting for this platform to rise so I can go across. Now there's a bit of RNG here. Right, we got good RNG. Right, that's good. So sometimes he can do the spray attack from his arm. We don't want that. He's doing it right now. We basically just have to wait until he stops it. Right, he's gonna do the suck attack again. And that is it. We just need to cross over here. It just takes 2 shots with it. As long as you've got energy shot too. Shoot him twice. Activate this. And he gets squished. And that is Glutton. So yeah, Glutton isn't too bad actually. It's not too hard, but if you're careless, like I have been in the past, you can just get swallowed up. But yeah, it only takes 2 shots. But RNG can be really bad. Like I was doing another run the other day, and he literally did that spray attack about 10 times. So you get really bad RNG there. So yeah, right now we're just trying to get out of this kind of dumpster area. And that was close. That other enemy almost exploded on me. In fact, I'm going to use a recovery. So it's quicker to use items in fights. Rather than going in your inventory and going through the menus. And solution is 18. I don't know why it's 18. But yeah, something I didn't really mention. So when you're in fights, you can only carry a certain amount of items with you and weapons. Unless you leave the fight, equip something else, come back in. And of course with boss fights, you can't do that. So you need to make sure you've got everything equipped and everything upgraded properly before you enter a boss fight, otherwise it's rip. Right, and Kyle's trying to kill that enemy. We actually don't want him to kill any enemies because after you've killed the enemies in an area, Aya will do... Aya, sorry, I keep saying Aya. Will do an animation that she reloads and you get a result screen, and we don't want that, so... Yeah, I've been saying Aya for the longest time. And Kyle just got hit. Okay, so I just skipped a cutscene there. in the elevator. Basically, Kyle just gives us a key card from an employee that he found in the shelter, which will come in useful. So right now we're pretty much just going, we're backtracking to where we were before when we got infected. We had to kind of go around, so we have to go through this door so we can actually progress. Now there's a puzzle coming up that's a questionnaire, and it's in Japanese, so I'm pretty sure I've got this down, but I might mess this up. We'll see. But yeah, it's all in Japanese. But like I said before, Super Gamer kind of routed it, and he kind of came up with a strat to answer the questions in Japanese. You kind of just look at the first character of the answer, and depending on the character, whatever character it is, means it's a certain answer. Alright, so I'm gonna get a item here in this little jacket. That's actually a berserk. So it basically flicks berserk on us, which sounds like it's a bad thing, but it's good for certain boss fights later. Anyway, this is a puzzle, so the solution is A, 3, E. Alright, that might be right. Okay, that's right. So now we got the questionnaire, so I literally learned this last night, so without looking at notes, so we'll see.
May I interject with a donation or two?
Yes.
Okay, well then, we have a $15 donation from Anonymous saying, Parasite Eve is one of my favorite games. Thanks for the run. That donation can get bragging rights for pushing us over the $800 level. Woo! Brilliant. We also have a $30 donation from another anonymous donor saying, really enjoying this Parasite Eve II run. Thank you, Silent, for the memories. And the money goes to naming the monster in Monster Rancher 2, Pepega. So that's going to be really fun. But thank you all for donating, and thank you all for getting us to where we are currently.
So yeah, I actually got the questionnaire right, which is good. Okay, so basically doing that questionnaire basically just unlocks this door up here. In this room we can actually access the security system, turn off all the turrets and stuff, which is good, and unlock some doors. And then we can go to NeoArc. So right now I'm just going to unlock this door. There is more you can unlock, but you don't need to. Activate this elevator. And I just stopped it. And we're going to deactivate the turrets. Now, there is a runner called Sigma who has world record on the emulator. And he YOLOs, so he doesn't turn the turrets off. I mean, it takes like 2 seconds to turn them off. But it does save time, I guess. But yeah, he's a good runner. He does lots of YOLO strats. So now we've done that, we can go use that lift to be unlocked. And we've also got Kyle for a little bit with us again. Hopefully he doesn't kill anything. Please don't kill it. Okay, so we're gonna go down this lift. which will take us into NeoArc. NeoArc's very far underground, and it's basically like an artificial zoo. So there's like a desert area, jungle area, and it's basically to showcase these the enemies we've basically been seeing throughout the game. To kind of like showcase them off in like a zoo. It's kind of weird, but yeah, they've all escaped, so it's not very safe. There's actually a really annoying, hard puzzle to learn in here. I should have it down, but there's no lava area, unfortunately. That'd be pretty cool. So as you can see, they've escaped from that desert area. You just dodge those. So this puzzle coming up is called the sliding puzzle. Let's see if I can do it. I'm going to do it with the D-pad. It's a little slower, but it's more accurate, so... Right, that was it. So yeah, it took a lot of practice, but if you want to do that casually, it takes forever. You basically just align in the four red squares and diagonally, but the ones with the right picture in right order. Okay, so this is a big generator being powered by this guy. So I'm gonna aim on him, use energy shot. In fact, that didn't work, so try again. Come on, aim. There we go. No, she doesn't want to aim in the right place. There we go. Why is she not? She doesn't want to aim. Oh, never mind. There we go. So what I was trying to do is I was trying to aim at him, press right, and then she aims at the computer from that distance, but she didn't want to do it. It's actually never happened before. I don't know why she wasn't aiming. Okay, so that was the generator. There's actually two of those. That was the proto generator, and there's a beta generator on the other side of NeoArc. We need to get rid of both of them so we can activate this second lift to go to another area. So we're going to make our way to the other side of NeoArc. And these are called beetles. These are really annoying and lots of RNG. They basically just move all over the place. It's quite hard to walk around. So let's make our way to the other side. So there's also another puzzle on this other side that I learnt last night, so I hope I can remember. Also, we get introduced to a new enemy in this like jungle area, and you get to see for yourself. Very weird looking. Yeah, very weird. It's kind of like a dinosaur version of like those other enemies from before. I'm not sure what that enemy's called, to be fair. They can be kind of annoying. They can kind of like charge towards you and jump like that. Okay, so this is the puzzle, so try and remember it. This one's kind of weird. We have to step on certain coloured squares in the right order. So, step on yellow. think we've done it. And we did it. I thought I got it wrong halfway through, so that's good. I did learn it last night though, so I usually have like my notes open when I'm running. And they're kind of annoying to dodge. They just come out of nowhere. So yeah, now we've done that, we've opened a door so we can get to that other generator, the beta. And he's kind of mid-air. Okay, so there's an optional boss fight, but because we're doing any percent, we'll just skip it. In fact, this is the only boss fight we can skip. This water creature that we kind of see. We just totally skip him. To be honest, I've actually never fought that guy, so I don't know how to do it. I think you have to go out your way to fight him, to be fair. But I'm not sure. I've only ever done any percent, so... People do 100% of this game, which is basically 100% kill all our enemies, which takes around 8 hours. And there's also a mode called Nightmare Mode, which is like super hard. And there's a runner called Merlin who does 100% Nightmare. Okay, so this is the other generator. Hopefully I can actually aim this time. So, entry shot. No, it did it again, wow. Did a slow strat, just walk up to it. Use a couple of pyros. And also check it at the same time. I don't know how I did that, but... Okay, so that's that. So we can finally get out of Neo-Arc. And we've got another boss fight coming up. This next one is pretty consistent, but if I miss a single item or ability, like if I don't upgrade something, it's rip. So I have to make sure I've got everything sorted. They're just gonna trek back to the lift where we came from. So yeah, we're going to be using that handgun we got earlier from Blizzard Chaser, the custom handgun, Kyle's handgun. And we're going to be using something that we picked up, I believe it's a drop from an enemy, called Hydra rounds, which are like just powerful handgun rounds. And we're also going to be using Berserk for the first time, so because it's an RPG you can get status effects, and Berserk actually increases our damage, but we lose health every time we attack, and also we can't use any abilities, so it can be dangerous, but we're going to inflict it on ourselves. It makes this fight a lot quicker and safer. And we're also going to upgrade Energy Shot to level 3, which is the final level. The highest you can do. Skip this cutscene. Basically, it's just a cutscene showing that there's these new enemies called golems, which look exactly like number 9 that we fought earlier, but just loads of them. So we'll see those soon. So yeah, we power this lift by destroying those generators. Now there's these speakers here, which are actually enemies, but they don't do any damage, they just drain your MP. So we're just gonna run past them. And we can't skip this lift, so yeah, I just got to wait till it drops. Okay, so there's one enemy in here we're just gonna kill quickly. Ignore the speakers. Okay, so that's that. Right, now a bit of item management. So we're gonna use a recovery. We're gonna equip Kyle's handgun with the Hydra rounds. We're going to get a Ringer solution, MP boost, and the Berserk, which is very important. And that should be it. And we're gonna get Energy Shot level 3 and Plasma. And that should be it, as long as I do everything in the right order. I'm just double making sure so I don't rip the run. Okay, so we're gonna go into this corner. We're gonna use Energy Shot. We're gonna use Plasma, which stuns them both. You can kind of see Eve controlling Puppet Stinger. We're gonna use Energy Shot. We're gonna use Berserk. Plasma. Okay, so this does the most amount of damage. When you see Eve shooting those like electric yellow lines to Puppet Stinger, that's actually Eve giving Puppet Stinger antibody, which reduces the damage he takes. So every time we see that, we're basically just using Energy Shot. I mean, Plasma, sorry. And if he tries to attack as well. I'm gonna quickly use the MP boost because there are speakers draining my MP, and that is Puppet Stinger. Looks quite simple, but it can be pretty tough. Like I said, forgetting one thing or doing something in the wrong order just rips run. But yeah, I was stopping him from attacking by using Plasma, so. Answer the phone call, and we're gonna pick up this safety Ringer solution. Ringer solution is basically the best heal in the game. It gives us full HP and full MP. So we're gonna try and save all of them for the final fight, which is 50-50 if we survive, basically. So I'm gonna check that, talk to Eve. She doesn't say anything to us. This is weird. No, I'm gonna aim in the middle just randomly for a bit. And then I'm gonna walk. And hopefully she follows. Yeah, she does. Okay. So if you just run straight off, she doesn't follow you and she just stands still. So yeah, it's quicker just to stand there, for some reason aiming and walking. So yeah, Eve's just ran off. She is good. Before she was being taken control. She was being controlled by this like helmet she had on when she was controlling Puppet Stinger. But we're basically just chasing her now. And yep, number 9 has captured Eve. So let's go and get her.
Do we have a minute to talk about our donation incentives? All right. So, coming up, we have the 3 incentives for Monster Rancher 2. Naming the main character, the only name up here is Jude with $25, which can, of course, be sniped, because the Name the Monster incentive is quite hotly contested, with Pepega in the lead with $30, Planks in second place with 25, and not that far behind, it's Tet with 10, so there's only $5 between first and second, and another 15 between second and third, so any snipe will do. Furthermore, we have the Showcase Training Failure Incentive. Again, that's still $15 away, just $15. How much is $15? What could you buy? I'm hearing something about Mega Drive. Yeah. It's 2 McDonald's, apparently. 2 McDonald's the stores, or? Either way, it's very easy to just get that in there and just donate those $15 that we need to see what happens if you fail some training courses. Besides that, our Digimon names currently are Potato with $15 and Planks with 5. We still need one more name, so get those donations in while you can.
Okay, so as you can see, there's loads of golems around. They're very slow, so most of the time they're not bothered. They are pretty tough enemies though, but you do get good drops from them, so in a casual playthrough, it is worth killing them. Yeah, you can't really dodge this. I mean, you can dodge that, but it just wastes too much time running around. So try and dodge this golem. Nice. Alright, this enemy in here will always grab you. It's, yeah, an invisible golem. As long as you just mash the analog stick. We'll just rotate the analog stick quickly enough. You'll always just stun him like that and won't take any damage. So we're gonna go through the door we unlocked before. And this room's kind of crazy, but we should be fine. And there's another one of those invisible guys. Yeah, those two always grab you, but there's one coming up that's RNG, whether he's gonna grab us or not. So. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab the car keys because we're gonna get a car for a little bit. We're not gonna drive it around there, which sucks. But push these two. So yeah, we're gonna use this to travel down this tunnel. Use this key card we got earlier. And let's go. It kind of just fast travels us there. Okay, so this is pretty much RNG. He's either going to grab us straight away or not. Oh, we need to grab this. Okay, so the idea is we're basically just following number 9, trying to get Eve, and that's his motorcycle. We're just trying to get through here. We're actually not far off the end now.
Do we have a minute to talk about our charity and maybe a donation? Well, let's start with the donation. Marlinda FUSG donated $20 saying, "Is it safe to ask how the run is going?" He can answer that in a second. In the meantime, I want to talk about our charity, Young Minds. So we're raising money to support Young Minds, a charity leading the fight for a future where all young minds of preteens and children are supported and empowered, whatever the challenges. Your donations help them to make sure young people get the best possible mental health support and have the resilience to overcome life's difficulties. Here's a little fact for you. A recent survey from the charity found that on average, 3 students in every classroom have some kind of mental health issue, so all your donations will be going to helping out children that need it to help them get the best education they can. And we'd like to thank you all so far for donating, and we can't wait for all of your remaining donations.
Okay, so thanks Marlene for that. Yeah, it is safe for now. So, right, I'm gonna get rid of some stuff, because picked up well too much stuff from drops. And we can't get rid of the GPS, which sucks. I always complain about that, but yeah, we can't discard the GPS or the handgun. But yeah, basically the army's arrived to help us out. I just talked to Rupert there. He just gave us probably one of the most powerful guns in the game on any percent, at least in the speedrun. We're gonna buy some ammo for it. That should be enough. And 2 pepper sprays. And we're just out of inventory space, which sucks. This does happen. Alright, equip the Magnum with the SP rounds, which is like the more powerful rounds. And put that in. Pepper spray. Berserk. Alright. I just needed to free a spot up. Oops, and I accidentally cancelled out. This is the worst guy because he just doesn't stop talking to you. Right, there we go. So it's important we buy 2 pepper sprays for this boss fight coming up. So we're coming to the final boss. That should be right. So yeah, it's important that I have the certain items and weapons equipped again for this boss fight. So the final boss is kind of split into 2, it's split into Brahmin and Eve. Brahmin can insta-kill you and it's very precise timing and stuff, and then Eve is just 100% RNG and possibility of death, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so yeah, we're just making it to the final room. All the golems are dead because the army kind of took care of them, kind of cleared the way. I will be purchasing some more Parasite energy abilities, pretty much all the others in the game, for the final fight. I have made a safety save, so depending on how the fight goes, might have to retry it, but okay, so we're gonna go in here, skip some cutscenes. Basically, Eve gets turned into the final boss, and with number 9. And we also get shot by Kyle. And that's why we've lost some HP, so I need to heal quick. Is that right? Right, that should be right. Now we're going to purchase everything else, and we're ready for the final boss. So yeah, like I said, well, there's actually an enemy here, and we didn't get it. That's good. Alright, so we can get insta-killed here. So I'm going to use energy shot twice. No, we don't want to hit his head. Shoot his arm. And we're gonna switch rounds from SP to normal. And then we're gonna use a pyro shot, take out his arm. We're gonna then use Berserk. And we should be ready. So he can insta-kill us with this attack that he shoots out right now. So I have to time this right. And I missed one shot, that's fine. Use pepper spray. Stuns him. Pepper spray. Now I did miss one shot, so this might not be one cycle. Which, oh, it was one cycle. That's good. Like I said, RNG. I mean, damage is RNG, so that was one cycle. But yeah, that was dangerous. Like if I didn't do that pepper spray in time, it would have been GG. So now I need to switch to SP rounds. Switch these. Put some ringer solutions in, which we've been saving up. Basically stocking up for the final fight. MP boost. That should be it. Did we heal? No, we didn't heal. Now we've healed. That should be it. Okay. So yeah, SP rounds are more powerful Magnum rounds, but they also do damage over time, like burn damage. So we're going to use those now. So this fight is total RNG, and it's a pain, and we could die. So let's go. Going to use energy shot twice. Um, 800, 420, 400, 384. As you can see, damage is total RNG. You can do from 50 to 1000 damage, and it's just RNG, so we obviously hope for the better damage. And her movements are also RNG. I'm going to use antibody, which reduces physical damage. Nice. Right, now she's either going to pop up in the middle or from the side, like that. And that was really close. It's quite hard to see as well when she does that. Oh gosh. Like I said, it's RNG where she's going to appear. And we're out of ammo, so switch to normal rounds. And she's gone off. Right now she's going to use special attacks, so we're going to use Metabolism, which stops any status effects we would get from that. Right, I need to use Energy Shot again. It is time limit for the Energy Shot. And like I said earlier, Energy Shot stacks twice, so that's why we only use it twice. I'm going to use an MP boost. I'm surprised that didn't hit me there. Okay. I'm going to heal. Right, she's summoning a clone right now, so it's best to take out that first. And she decided to do that. Okay. I'm gonna use Energy Shot. I'm not sure how much I've got left. If she starts acting really crazy, it means she's on low HP. She just goes crazy. Right. I'm gonna use Energy Shot for safety, because I totally don't know if I've used up Energy Shot or not. Like, I don't know when it's gonna run out, so it's better just to use it. Right. I'm gonna use health. Oh, wow. Nice. And I was surprised I didn't die. That was alright. Awesome. Skip that. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Hey Marlene, how's it going? Hey Tesla. Awesome. Yeah, so if anyone wants to run this game, there's a really good guide by WolfDNC on speedrun.com in the guide section. That's how I learned this game. Or you could just ask me if you need any help, but it's a really fun game to learn if you like RPGs and survival horrors. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and thanks for the donations, and thanks for watching, guys.
Hate to interrupt the memes here, but welcome back to the United Kingdom Speedrunner Gathering Summer 2019. I'm Paulister, and for the past few hours, and the next few minutes, I think, I will be your host. So if you want any donations read, you just need to donate, and I'll read them out for you in the dulcet tones of my voice. You just watched Parasite Eve II by MrSilentVid, a very good run. GG's to him. Coming up next, we have F1 2013 by the BPG 13, followed by Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time shortly afterwards by Grizzbear. After that, we have Monster Rancher 2 by Dayjack of Hearts, and he has quite a few incentives that he needs to have fulfilled. For example, name the main character. That's a bid war. Still, Jude is in the lead, and it is the only name on the incentive. So if you want to snipe that, there's no time like the present, so get those donations in. Moving forward, we also have Name the Monster in the same game, and that's hotly contested again. It stayed right where it was from the last time we saw it. $30 for Pepega, $25 for Planks, $10 for Tet, and $5 for Alkeus. Still all to play for, and a few more hours to play it in, so get those donations in for that. Finally, we have a goal for showcasing training failure that still needs $15, and I'm fairly certain if 3 of you just donate $5, or 1 person donates the price of a large pizza, then we can meet that very quickly. Furthermore, we have Digimon World DS, 3 Digimon names. We currently have 2. So if you just donate the bare minimum, $5, there you go. That's a name, and it's already in contention in one of the winning spots to be in the run. So just get those donations in for that. Moving forward, we also have Oil Ocean, 2 players, 1 controller. It'll be Link Boss, the person who's doing the victory signals on your camera right now, and Argik, who unfortunately isn't with us right now. Who will be doing 2 players, 1 controller of Oil Ocean. And last time we had a 2P1C incentive, it went down really, really well. So that's something you definitely do not want to miss. It's at $70 out of $150, so you might want to donate for that right now. Now, if you donate within the next 2.5 hours, up to like $25 in either in a single donation or over multiple donations, you will be entered in to the draw for a GT Omega Elite Series office chair. It's probably one of those that you see on your stream right now. It's quite amazing. It's very comfy, and it's very much something to donate for if you wish to do that. Just make sure in your donations you have your email visible so we can contact you about where to ship it. Tomorrow after 4 a.m. today in BST, we will be giving out the Pro Series office chair. That's another $25 if you want to enter yourself in the draw for that. But that being said, I'm just gonna stop talking now, and you can enjoy the music while we set up the next run. Alright, it looks like we are ready here for F1 2013 by the PPG 13 Scenario Mode Rookie Driver. Good luck, dude. Let's do this.